to another video from the glorious King Homo Sex Men 3D. Today we will be discussing why I would crack Janus, the guy who said he would still crack Marlow even though he was revealed to be a Danger Mario, a dude. Most of you, if you are watching the video, have heard of this scandal in the Minecraft community, but if you are a geriatric grandma with big kids, what's your first exposure to this? Go watch Janus's video linked in the description. So with that out of the way, let's dive into why I would crack Janus and Marlow still by extension. So let's start on one sunny day, March 29th of 2026 in southern Utah, when I had just pulled into the street to the south of the St. George Temple and got out of my car, and then went through the gate of the temple to the left of the visitor center. If I sound like I'm high as all hell, visit the temple and you will know what I am talking about. But anyway, I went into the temple grounds and then sat down at the water fountain benches in the shade of the temple, as it was almost 80 degrees that day, so pretty hot. Then I opened my phone, went to YouTube, and searched Marlow in the search bar. I had just heard of this developing situation called the Marlow situation at the time, and I was just curious, as I almost had 5 hours left to kill in St. George before a sunset run at the local Pioneer Park. But with that out of the way, I had found this YouTuber named Janus. This video was, of course, why would I still crack Marlow? Intrigued. I clicked on the video and then was transported away from the holy temple in the desert of Utah to a whole new world by the time the glorious King Janus opened his mouth. I was then mesmerized when he said the words, "Would I crack Marlow? Of course I would," as his killer opening statement, and would listen to everything the now glorious king had to say, like what an LDS person would do at the temple. Then he went on to say, "It could be a cat, it could be a dog, but if it has a goal, there is a goal." This describes the essence of the video, a detailed hyper-analyzation of why this dude would crack Marlow. And then he goes on, saying that a simple pee-pee won't stop him, which brought me closer to him, as now we are one and the same. Both gooners who cannot be stopped by simple things like a cake with a candle. In fact, call me Mr. Homo Sex Man all you want, but I personally prefer my cake with a candle, especially if it's from the newly minted fresh meat Janus, as he has now convinced me that he is crackable. Then Janus goes on saying, "The crazier the person, the better the person," which then made my dick stand up a little, as he is just describing himself. After this, he then says, "If it's tied, it's alright," which gives me permission to crack Marlow and Janus by extension. Then he drops a bombshell, saying that hole is untouched. No human was ever in that hole, which made me want to go on another section of choking the chicken. Then he drops some fire lines about nothing should limit you, just your imagination and your local police department. As the alpha male myself, I see that the police department limitation is just flat out untrue, because I am allowed to crack anyone I want, even Janus, and he just gave me permission, as he mentioned that nothing should limit you. I will interpret this as nothing is stopping me cracking Janus's tight, untouched virgin hole, as the police department is not catching on to me, as Epstein Culius himself. Then he gives another piece of important justification, saying, "If you want to pound someone, just pound it. I will take this as he gave me consent to pound his booty chick. Just do it already. So I will use that as permission to pound Janus into oblivion." As I was saying, many quotes said by Janus in his video gave me justification on cracking him and Marlow. But then real life happened. I realized that during my 3 minutes in heaven watching Janus talk over the Minecraft gameplay, my pants had magically slid down a bit in front of a church-going family trying to enjoy their afternoon. Hurriedly, I pulled them up as the kids got near, which is a story for another time, as kids are a whole different beast and story on their own. So in conclusion, please, Janus, let me crack you and Marlow in a three-way gangbang. Hit me up, bro, please. I have already incriminated myself enough to make this video. Any chroma but dizzy near my meat helps. I will also make another video eventually if this isn't enough justification for me smashing both Janus and Marlow. Subscribe or I'll jump onto your mom's jiggling Kalenkadela Galigala Bazonkalongas, her Twin Peaks, or her areolas in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. I wouldn't risk it if I were you. 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 You.